In this training, we are going to be going over email storage and how to use Insightly with your Outlook account, as well as email templates. So let's start out by talking about email storage first. In Insightly, you can store emails directly onto different contacts records. You can also store emails onto organization records, as well as opportunities and projects. You've seen that here when we're looking at a particular contact. I click on the contact here. And when you're looking at a specific record, you'll notice that you have this email tab. Any emails that have been saved to this contact record will appear here. And this is the same also for organizations, for opportunities, and also for projects. So you'll see the stored emails here. And you'll be able to see not only the emails that you've stored to this record, but also the emails that anyone else from within Chromalox has stored to this record. So it's a great way to be able to get an overview of everything that's been going on with a particular contact from different people within the system. So next I want to show you how to actually save an email so that it sends here to Insightly. So what we're going to do is first, okay, if we're restarting here, I'm just going to restart because I realized there was something I wanted to hit beforehand. Can we just restart the recording?
Yeah, do you want me to stop it and restart it?
If you want to, or else if you just want to trim off this end, that's fine.
Okay, you could just start from the beginning. We'll trim it, right?
Okay.
Okay, let's start it. Let's start it. I want to send them to Mike, and I don't want them to be all messy.
You know, then you can see this product.
I can't do it though because I don't have control. So
Just keep going.
can you could stop it and start it if you want.
Okay.
Well, we'll try to edit it.
Okay. All right, I'll just restart then.
You can start a recording at a certain time too.
Yeah. In today's video, we are going to be going over how Insightly works with emails. So we're going to be looking at how to initiate an email from within Insightly, how to store emails, and how Insightly works with your Outlook account, as well as how to look at email templates within Insightly. First, let's talk about how to initiate an email from within Insightly. So if you notice here, I'm on the contact page, and you notice here that there are emails that are displayed if an email is present for a particular contact. If you wanted to start an email, let's say I wanted to write an email here to this Aaron Benson, I can just click on his name or on his email there, and if you notice, it's going to pop up your Outlook account and start an email that's addressed to him. And then if you notice, it also includes this BCC email address. This email address right here is your Insightly mailbox account, and we'll be talking about that quite a bit as we go through the training today. So again, to initiate an email from within Insightly, what you will do is just click on the email address, and then it will open that up for you within Outlook, okay, so that you can save that email address. It will automatically copy that over for you. Okay, now I want to go over and talk about how to actually save emails and view emails that have been saved into Insightly. So when you're looking at a contact, if I click on Aaron Benson here again, you notice that we have this email tab here in the submenu. In this section is where you'd be able to see any emails that have been saved to Insightly, and not only emails that you have saved, but also emails that anybody else from within your team has saved here to Insightly. So it's a great way to be able to keep tabs on what's going on with a particular contact from everyone at Chromalox. This same feature is also available in your organizations, as well as on your opportunities and on your projects. All of these have an email tab where you can save emails directly to those records. So next I want to go over with you how to actually save emails to these different record types. So let's start with contacts because they are the most simple way to save emails. So if you noticed when we initiated an email, when I clicked on that Aaron Benson, and it populated this email to start that was addressed to him, and then it included this BCC email address. What this BCC address right here, this is called your Insightly mailbox address. And what this does is when this email is now sent out, Insightly will receive the email as well as Aaron Benson, And Insightly will say, okay, this was an email from Janet to Aaron, so I'm going to attach it to both of their records. So when you initiate an email from within Insightly, it's going to automatically add that BCC email address because it knows that if you're sending it from Insightly, you probably also want to save it in Insightly. Okay, so it will automatically add it if you're initiating an email from there. Now, if you were initiating an email from within your regular Outlook account, so if I was in Outlook, I would just want to put in this BCC email address, so paste that into here. So what I recommend that you do there is that you're going to add this BCC email address to your contacts. So let me show you where you can find that in Insightly so that you can quickly add it to your contacts. So back in Insightly here, if you click on your picture and then go down to where it says User Settings, and everyone should follow along. I do want you to do this here in live time as well. We go down to User Settings. Okay, it looks like we're having a little connectivity issues there. There we go. Let's try that again. Okay, so here in the user settings, I want you to go to where it says mailbox. And this is that Insightly mailbox address. So any email that you forward to this address, CC or BCC to this address, will be saved in Insightly and connected to the other recipients and to the sender of that email. So I encourage you to copy this on your own account and save it to your Outlook contacts. That's so that in the future you won't have to come back and copy and paste that if you're initiating an email from Outlook that you want to have saved in Insightly. Okay, so I want everyone to do that. The next thing that I want to talk about is how to store emails to different organizations. So contacts are easy to use this BCC email address for because contacts have they're an individual person, and so they have their own email address. Now, if we talk about organizations or companies don't have an intrinsic email address, right? So, because you don't send an email to a company, you send it to a person. So I want to show you how you can actually save an email to an organization. If I come in here to edit one of these organizations, like 2020 Ventures, I'm going to click on 2020 Ventures, and then I'm going to click this Edit button. When you come into Edit, if you notice, it gives you an option to add an email domain. So if somebody at 2020 Ventures, if their email was sam@2020venturesltd.com, then that 2020venturesltd.com is what's called their email domain. And if you add that email domain here to Insightly, then anytime you were to send an email to anyone at 2020venturesltd.com, it will save it not only to that person's contact record, but also to the organization because it has the domain entered into here. So if you do want to save an email to an organization, in addition to an individual person, then you'll need to enter in the email domain for that organization. So you'd put in like 2020 Ventures Ltd.com. Okay. Now, anytime that you were to send an email to an individual person and include that BCC email address, then it will be saved not only to the individual person, but also to 2020 Ventures Ltd. So that's how you can save emails to organizations. Again, you just need to make sure that they have this email domain added. I'm going to go ahead and click Save there. And now let's talk about how to add emails to organizations or to projects, or to opportunities, excuse me, or to projects. So if we look at opportunities, opportunities, again, is a sales opportunity, so it's not a person. And because of that, they don't intrinsically have a built-in email address. And so what Insightly does is Insightly actually creates a specific mailbox address for each opportunity. So if I click on this opportunity here, this 11th Avenue, when you click on that, you'll notice that it has pre-populated a link email address. If you wanted to save something directly to this opportunity, you would need to copy and paste this link email address into the CC or BCC field of your email. And then Insightly will know that it will receive the email and it will know that you want to attach it to the specific opportunity. It will also attach it to the contacts that you sent the email to. The same is true for projects, where projects also do not have an intrinsic email address because it's not a person. And so as you look at projects, and if I click on one here, you'll notice that projects also have a link email address. So when it comes to sending emails, it's or saving emails to Insightly. If you're sending it to a contact, you will just need to include that BCC email address. If you're wanting to save it to an organization, then you need to include the BCC email address and make sure that the organization record in Insightly includes that domain email address. And if you're wanting to send it to or store it to an opportunity or to a project, you'll need to come in and copy and paste the link email address that's specific to those records. Okay, the next thing that I want to go over with you is how to use Insightly from your Outlook account. Now, in order to be able to do this, you'll need to download the Insightly widget for your Outlook account. Okay, and you can do that. There's a link that we'll send over to you. When you get to the link, this is what it looks like, and you'll click on here where it says Install the Insightly app, and it will walk you through how to actually set that up. I want to show you what it looks like to functionally use it when you're in your Outlook account. So I'm going to open up Outlook here. Okay. So when you're in Outlook and you click on an email, like this one, for example, okay, get that to open up, there we go. You notice that at the top of it, it now has a little Insightly button. When we click that, here I'm going to open it up here for you a little bit, and you'll be able to see what it looks like. So there's a few things you'll be able to do. One is that you can click Save Email, and this will actually save this email to Insightly. And if you notice, this contact is also not found in Insightly. So first we'd have to save the contact, and then we could save the email. Okay, and it will add people to your Insightly account from directly within your Outlook. So the options that you have here is you can add a contact, you can save an email, and then also if you're looking for through the email and it has some action items in here for you, then you can click where it says Add New, and you can add a new task here from within Insightly. Okay. You can also, and you'll need to enable the pop-up because it'll pop up with some of the regular options that you have within Insightly, like setting the due date and assigning the task to someone. All of those things will show up here for the task. Okay. There, you can also start a new opportunity or project or an event. All of these are options of things that you could initiate within your Outlook and have those displayed in Insightly. Okay. So those are the main functions, and it makes it really nice because if you're within your Outlook account, you don't have to jump back and forth to Insightly. So I encourage everyone to download that widget. Yeah.
Excuse me. Go ahead if you would and just clear the pop-up so that we can see what the screen would look for. Yeah.
Just right-click allow pop-up.
There we go. Okay. Yeah, so let's try that again here. If I click on Add New, let's say that I'm adding a new task. Okay, and then this is what will pop up for you. So it'll pre-populate the title for you and as the same title as that email. Okay, you could change the name of that to be whatever you would need it to be. And then you can select a due date or start date. Okay, you can assign it to different people, give it a category. All these are kind of the same functions as what you normally have within Insightly. Once you have that done, you can click Save New Task. Okay, and that will save that for you in Insightly. Okay. Okay. All right, let me come back here to our Insightly account. And I want to go over next with you how you can use Insightly to initiate group emails. So essentially, at this point, you have two different ways that you can send emails. So you can send emails from your Outlook account, and you can also initiate emails that are sent from Outlook from within Insightly by clicking on the email address, like I showed you here in the contacts. You also have another option now, which is that you can send bulk emails from within Insightly. Those bulk emails will actually go through your Outlook account, but you can initiate them here from within Insightly. And those are done through using what are called email templates. So we're going to start today by, I'm actually going to show you how to start an email template, and then I'll show you how to send them. So let's first go down here to this little email button. Okay, and this is where your email templates are stored. So the far tab here says email templates. I'm going to click on that. You can do the same on your account. Okay, these are the current templates that you have saved in Insightly. Most of these are kind of sample ones, but I'm going to show you how to initiate a new one. So you click the New Template button, and then you'll first need to name the template. So I'm just going to name it Sample. Now this can be an internal name. Nobody would actually see this on the recipient side. And then you can choose who the template's for. So I'm going to leave it for contacts right now. And then you can set a category if you would like to. So let's say maybe this was a sales email template. Then you would enter in the email subject. Okay. So maybe it's checking in as your email subject name. This is the one that people actually will see when they receive the email. And then you can start typing in an email body. So you can make these specific or customizable so each person that you send it out to. So I'm typing hi, and then I'm going to enter in a field. So over here on the far right-hand side of the editing options, you'll see where it says Insert Fields. And if you click on that, these are all different fields that you can enter in, and it will customize it for each person. So if I put in hi first name, then any email that or any person that I send this email to, it'll customize it and add in their first name, okay? So if I put in hi first name, just checking in, okay? And then of course you could customize this and write whatever you would like to. You can also add in email attachments, and you can just upload those here. I'm not going to upload one to this particular sample email template, but you can upload those into here as well. Now I'm going to click Save. Okay, now this email template will now be ready to be sent out, and you will be able to track how many of them have been sent, what the average open rate is, and what the click rate is for any of the links that are sent in that templated email. So now that we know how to create a templated email, I'm going to show you how you can use those to send them out in bulk. So let's go back to our contacts here for a moment. Okay, and let's say that you did a filter, or maybe you're clicking on a contact tag to get a specific list of people that you want to send this email to. I'm going to say, for example, if I wanted to send it to everyone who has this first tag here, and there's only one there, so let me select a different one. Okay, so here's two different people. Let's say I wanted to send this templated email to these two people. Then up in the upper left-hand corner, I can click the Select All button. And then where you see the email button, I can send them an email. Here's where you would choose the different email template that you want to send. Okay, so where it says email template, I'm going to click on that, and here's my sample email template. Okay, now you could edit this here, and it will not edit your template. So if you needed to make small adjustments that you didn't want to have saved in the final template, okay, you could make small adjustments here. Okay. Now that this is done, I would click Schedule Send, and then you can actually select a delivery time up to 7 days out. So if you wanted to send this out, tomorrow, then it will send it out tomorrow, and it will personalize it for Danielle and also for Erin. So it will insert their first name into that email. Okay, I'm not actually going to send this out today, so I'm going to go ahead and discard that. But that's how you can send emails and have them customized to a large group of people. Okay. Then if you wanted to review how well your email template is working, you can always come back here to the email template section, and you can look at your open rates and the other information for your emails just by clicking on the email here, or the email template that you're wanting to look at, and it will tell you how many of those have been sent and delivered and what the open rate is. Okay, so that's the end of our email and Outlook training for today. Thank you so much.
Hi, Aaron. I have a couple questions for you. This is Dan.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, I guess one, if I email from Outlook to somebody that's for Insightly, when that person responds to the email, if they don't say reply all, would I guess there's no way for that message to go back to Insightly. The reply.
Yeah, that's correct. Because the responses to your emails will still go to Outlook. So what you would want to do at that point, if you wanted to save that response, is that when you were here in your Outlook button or in your Outlook account, you'd want to use that Insightly gadget to save this email to Insightly.
Right. And if the person did do a reply all, it would go back to Insightly?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. Okay. Under organizations, you were showing us how to associate emails with an organization by their domain. If contacts are associated with an organization, would emails to those contacts also be associated with the organization?
Yes, as long as that email domain is in there, then it doesn't have to do with the linking of the contact to the organization. It has to do with just their domain, so the end of their email address. That's what's actually sending the emails to the organization.
Okay. That was my only questions. Thanks.
I have a question not related to email.
Well, let's stop the recording now. Hang on.
I don't have control.
Easy, just move your mouse. We'll get it back. No.
While Dan's trying to stop the recording, I guess we'll have to trim it up. If someone is asking me, does Insightly have the capability to provide a Google Maps presentation of customer locations, preferably on a smartphone application for mobile use? Do you know the answer to that, Aaron?
It does not have a Google Map application on the smartphone. No. If you did want to get a map of where all of your contacts are, that is possible through an integration to you can get a free software version of Power BI, which is a Microsoft product, and then you can display and see where all of the different contacts are. But no, there's no map version.
Thank you.
Where's the recording thingy?